This is the funniest memory I had of my mother before she passed away. She had had a stroke and she was ready to come out of the hospital, and they said that they would transport her home in one of their hospital vans, but the wait would be about 7 hours. Well, I didn't want to wait 7 hours. She didn't want to wait 7 hours because she was in there for a month and wanted to go home. So I said, I'll bring my car around front, we'll put her in the car, and when I get home, I know that there's people on the block, they'll help me get her out, and I had a chairlift to bring her up into the house, so that's no problem. So the nurse puts her in the wheelchair, they wheel her down, I bring my car around front, the nurse stands her up, I say, okay, I have it from here, and the nurse goes back inside. This is in Brooklyn, New York. So the streets are always crowded there, thankfully. Well, I'm trying to lift her into the car. It was an SUV, and her foot could not get up that high. So I'm saying, oh great, what do I do now? A man was walking down the street, and I said, could you just do me a favor? I'm gonna get into the back seat, and when I'm in there, if you put your arms underneath her armpits kind of, and lift her up, I will get her in from the back way and we'll be able to sit her in the car. And he said, absolutely, no problem. So that's what we did. I got into the back seat, he helped, he lifted her up, he put her in, she sat down, he closed the door. Now, I had my doors child locked. So here, I'm in the back with my mother. We're locked into the back of the SUV. My pocketbook had been thrown in the front seat on the floor. I could not get to it to even click the buttons open. So now here are the two of us in the back seat, child locked in, laughing. How am I going to get into the front seat to drive? So I'm trying every which way to crawl over the back seat to go into the front seat. Now it was a very high kind of headstand. I'm crawling, I'm throwing my legs over, I'm throwing my front over. I'm saying to myself, I'm going to wind up back in the hospital with a dislocated hip or shoulder. I'm trying, she's trying to push, she's kicking my behind over. It took about 10 minutes. Finally, I was able to plop myself into the front seat of the passenger side. I wound up very black and blue after that. And then I was able to crawl over the shifter and get into the driver's seat and drive home. We laughed the whole way home. It was one of the best and last laughs she ever had. It was a story that I always tell, and I remember it, even now thinking of it, it was so funny. She was 94 and she was laughing and laughing. One of the best memories we had, and it was the last car ride she ever took.